know what you knew. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want now. This ain't what you want. Who alive can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a Scotch bunny. Don't try studying me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blow me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn. And I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted. Can't copy, printed. Can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat, I might get convicted. They know how I move, it was predicted. Persistent, spoken into existence. So consistent, no assistance. Hear me once, become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it. There's no cap and I'll be spitting this.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
And I do believe that we are going live. Not quite just yet because these teams are not accepting the lobby invite, but let's ignore that for the time being. And let me bring us to our casters right now. Hello, everybody. My name is Ranger, and welcome to another Overwatch 2 regular season MAAC game. Words are hard when you don't have a script, but yeah, Overwatch regular season for the MAAC. This time we're going to be seeing between Ryder and Iona. This is their second showing against each other, so I'm kind of interested to see how it is. But you already know me if you're returning here, and if you don't, I'm Ranger. But let me invite these two lovely gentlemen on both my sides, as I am now sandwiched in between them. I have this monster of a man event. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Event. I am a tank player for Niagara University. I'm happy to be here for the first time casting.
And
I'm excited.
oh, yes, and also on my right, I have Mr. Saturday himself. We might be on
Hello.
Wednesday, but Saturday is here now.
Yeah, I'm Saturday. I'm the one of the supports for Niagara Overwatch. I also am the president of the esports club there. So please hit me up.
What a random call! Like just hit me up in the chat and
Just
everything.
hit me up if you want to collab.
Indeed, indeed. Wait, why? What is happening? Why is both these teams Ryder right now? Anyway, let's ignore that for now.
It's Ryder and Ryder V2.
Ryder versus Ryder. Why is Cross? I think they're gonna swap sides. That's just what I'm seeing right now. But anyway, me having two Niagara players here, let me discuss with you guys the current like ranks of like these teams in the MAC entirely, as I really am interested in your guys' growth as well, because you guys came from like one of the lowest tier teams in the past couple of years to being one of the most dominant in the middle of the pack right now. You have like only the Titans to take on left, but your growth tells me that you guys understand what it takes to like level up your game and actually climb the ladder. Whereas like Ryder right now, they're on the bounce back. Their first semester was kind of, to say the least, abysmal. But what do you think has changed, and like how do you think like they relate to you guys in terms of like how they're growing right now compared to like how you guys have already grown? And I'm gonna start with you, Event.
I think I think we got very lucky. I think we had a few changes to the roster. I started playing. We had a few switch ups with Dominator going to a tank from a tank role to a DPS role where he's more comfortable. I think we had a lot of change ups in team. I think Riders also had some, from what I understand, talking to Corked. And we've been playing with Corked a little bit. I think Riders making a lot of strides and improvements. I've seen they're getting a lot more organized as a team. They got a lot more plans. But Iona, I don't know. Iona should be interesting. The last I've seen of them, we beat them 3-0. So I think Ryder's got a good shot here. But I think Court's gonna need to pull that leadership position and really, really lock in, make some big calls, and do some big queen knives. And I think they could do this. It's gonna be a hard one for them though.
This is a challenge indeed, but how do you feel about this matchup Saturday?
Um, as someone who was here last year, watching both us and Ryder grow, is nice to see. But knowing Iona, they're really strong, really good team. I have to give a shout out to Big African, my goat. They're a really strong team, but Ryder has been improving really well. And I know their scrims, I know how much they scrim, how much they practice, and this is going to be a really big challenge for them. And I'm excited to see them like take up Iona and take that stand and see how well they can do to really test themselves.
I do agree with that statement because like I've been close to Ryder, especially being an alumni for them specifically. Uh, it's important for me to see that they are succeeding. I've been a little sad in these past couple years because I have seen their downfall. They have been falling a bit further and further from what we used to be. In my years, yes, I'm old. Back in my day, we were like fourth, fifth. We were literally middle of the pack back then. And to see Ryder fall to bottom, but now they're making the climb back up, which is very important. It doesn't matter how you start; it matters where you end the season. Everybody aims to go for first, but I don't think that's not feasible for technically everybody because there can only be one number one. But Ryder's trying to make that stride to go towards that, And back on what you said, Event, like Iona being a good challenge for them, and the fact that you beat them, I actually wanted to discuss that. The fact that this game is important for Ryder, and not only this game, but next week's game, which is oddly against you two, specifically Niagara, which might actually have perks, but let's talk about this right now. Going up against Niagara, it's gonna be the true test, I believe, in my opinion, because if Ryder can take on both Iona and Niagara and win, Ryder stocks up. That's just how I feel. Right now, Ryder's in a weird spot where, yeah, they're going through some growing pains and whatnot, but oop, they're going through some growing pains right now, and they really just need to like establish their position in the middle of the pack. In order to do that, they really need to topple Iona and Niagara. Not to say I hate you guys, because you guys really want to keep them out too. You guys are doing really well for that. But yes, if Ryder really wants to show like what they have learned and how they have grown, these next 2 weeks are very important for them.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Ryder can beat Iona. I'd like to think we can still stand in their way. We've got some new things cooking up over the last few days that we've discovered. Some new compositions, new plans that to help counter that queen. But I mean, Court is a force to be reckoned with. He's kind of the queen guy in the MAAC. So I think if anybody's gonna make a dream run through the like an underdog run for the top 4, Ryder's one of the top contenders.
A Cinderella story type run.
That's what I was thinking of, Cinderella
Yes.
story.
Yes, indeed. But we could continue yapping, but these teams are getting a little antsy. It is 9 o'clock and they want to get into these games, so we are going to prod R them so they can start to progress. But yeah, Iona, in the past years, I want to talk about them real quick. They have fallen just a little bit. They're still that very middle of the pack. There was one year where they went to the finals and got second place, but since then they have occupied about fourth or fifth. They are falling and falling a little bit, but they're still strong enough to just be under you guys technically, and Ryder will define if they fall even further today. And that will be interesting for that middle of the pack, as we are going to be going to Antarctic Peninsula. Let me hide this first because
this is a big map for Ryder. They love this map.
Oh yeah, they love it here. So this is kind of like a home field advantage type of beat they got going on here.
Ryder is the home team. I do forget. Do they get to choose the first map?
I don't know actually. I think home team bans. I don't know. I know in Valorant, home team bans and away team picks, but that might be backwards here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the rules. I'm just here to stream. But yeah, classic.
We are here to commentate.
Classic Ryder starting off with that Joker Queen. I do see Grizzly starting off with a Sim, but I do not believe that is going to stay. I believe that is just for the team. And there's the Genji, like I was expecting. But Big African leading on that classic Hazard. And I say classic as if he kind of plays it often. But I don't know. Maybe he is trying to imitate art in that art known as Event to be the next best Hazard in the league.
Hey, I don't know if I'm the best Hazard. I think I was just the first one to do it.
You might have been the first one to do it, and just like that, but Big African is the first one to strike in this lobby, picking up 2 real quick. The DPS of Ryder are going to be going down real quick. Big African in a bit of trouble.
Oh no.
What?
I was gonna say Ryder is coming back together, but Big African gets the heals. Not quite gonna be enough.
They brought him down really low, but that wall actually put some just divided the pressure and allowed him to survive. Interesting, quick moves from the side of Iona to make this one work right now, but Cork is not going to go down that easily.
Cork is known for his very aggressive play style on the Queen, but if he goes over here, Hazard could just disrupt his backline.
He's getting a quick pick on Sabine though. Might open up the fight for Iona, or for Ryder, as there is less healing right now. No speed. The Hazard is kind of in there by himself. Right now, Cork is going to be going onto the back line, but Big African is
Yeah,
looking to do the just same, but he just makes his exit. Dashes out of there, but Cork is making Chawaski make his exit, go back to the spawn, but the ult is going to come down, locking down as many people as he possibly can. I believe it only catches truly one, as it does kill Cork in the process. Grizz now fighting for his life, trying to take others, but instead he's just going to go back to spawn. Rye Guy now on the run, grabbing the health pack. It might just delay his death for the last second, but he is going to make it out. Lasers actually... Oh! Lasers get staggered at the last second! Majin.
That is not good. That might make this next fight the last fight of the map here if they can draw it out for Iona.
We are entering last fight territory. However, Chawaski gets the better of Lasers.
Ooh, again, Laser's not having a great time right now.
Ooh, neither is Ryan. That railgun is going hard right now. Chawaski did not like being killed by Cork that one fight. Now he's coming back with a vengeance. Gonna have that railgun online in a second, that overclock. And I think once this push comes through, once that Junker Queen shout, I feel like ultimates are gonna get blown from the side of Iona, but nobody can get in.
With rocks, Big African.
Cork is gonna try to ult in, but he's not gonna go straight to point. Grizz is actually gonna be the reason why they touch Lasers, and Cork are gonna be finding two. But right now, Ryder actually is in a good position to cap this point and extend this map for just a little bit, but it's all about how Iona is gonna play the retake, because one fight and they're done. Ryder will be moving on to the next part of this map, but not just yet.
Ryder does a good ult advantage here by a lot. The 4-2 with assuming Big African's gonna be able to get that hazard ultimate here. So if Ryder can play these ultimates smart, just kind of coast them out and use 2 per fight before they can get Queen ult back, they could definitely have a chance to hold this.
Bean has yet to use his ultimate because he doesn't have it just yet, but Grizz with the blade might be trying to hope to bait it out, but if he goes soon enough, he might catch him off guard, but instead he's not going to do it just enough in time, because now Bean actually falls himself. Cork Grizz going on the backline looking for the kills as best as he can. That knife gets thrown into the hazard and he goes down. Right now, Ryder probably going to coast to about 75% before, actually 65% before another contest comes in from Iona. This is actually looking quite good as they do keep most of their ultimates, only burning the overclock, and 3 are still online for the side of Ryder. We actually might be entering last fight territory depending on how slow Iona wants to take this. However, Grizz is going to be the first to get caught out, but he's not going to be the first to fall just yet. Ryder respects the fight, respects the team that is Iona. They back up and they look for the kills that they need. They bait out the Suzu. It comes out. The blade, the beat blade is going to be what's trying to open up this fight. The blade gets one, but the Hazard ultimate, what is that called? I don't remember. Is going to be...
Downpour.
Downpour is going to be tossed out to try to do everything he can to stop Ryder. But Kowalski holds on to that ultimate. It could have enabled Cork to do a lot here in this fight, but instead it gets held onto. But actually, with the way this fight is going on, it might be super extended to the point where Ryder doesn't even need to worry. Hazard is so low, one more shot and he's dead. Staggered, but Cork is now in a dangerous position. But Iona, so focused on getting Cork to try to get a free touch, they don't realize they needed to touch instead. The Tracer was right there. Instead, she chose to not touch. I know it's Majin, but talking about Tracer. But yeah, Ryder actually flipped that point on the heads of Iona, and actually we're now going to be going to sub base with Ryder in the lead so far.
They just had a really great ult economy there. They came in, they got the point, they had 4 ults, they staggered them well, they used them perfectly and executed it like amazingly. They got their footing, they got on track, and they just ran with the point.
Yeah, I've been watching exclusively the Hazard gameplay here. I'm a little biased. But watching that last fight, Hazard got no ult charge. He went from 60 to 79 because they just didn't let him do anything with beats, and they just weren't letting him do Hazard things, and they were holding his ult charge back, and that was letting him really capitalize on just positioning and ult economy here.
Cork looking to disrupt the backline as best as he can, but Big African trying to do the same. Right now in between 5, holding that right click, doing a tremendous amount of damage with his whatever spikes it's called. I know it's got a name, but Ryan gonna be hunting down Bean, getting the best of that Lucio. It's kind of interesting. I'm watching Big African right now, and he's just like goes near a group of enemy, hold right click. Goes near enemy, hold right click. Is this what Hazard gameplay is?
In my experience, no. But I mean, there are many ways to put the character. He's a very versatile kid.
I think Lasers is gonna fall up here if she does not disengage. Actually, she does just that and gets out safely. One of the few things I've noticed about Ryder in these past couple weeks is like they have taken the time to practice and stuff. They do respect teams a lot more. They give up space if they're not ready for the fight. They look for the picks. They look for the kills. They look to take the fights that are easily theirs. And they're doing just that. Not really fighting on point, not fighting group. Wait for that Hazard to go in. They give up the space. I'm not gonna lie, Iona could cap the point at some of these points in time, but they don't do that either because Iona respects the team that is Ryder University right now. And I respect both teams respecting each other. The downport is going to be online and ready to go, but it's not going to get used just yet. Hazard, once again, caught in between a rock and a hard place, but even though he defines the rock and technically the hard place half the time, the downpour is going to be coming out, and I don't know if it's going to find anything as the beat comes in to save the day for the rest of the team. The only thing that fell was currently Hazard. And right now, Iona's on the run. Grizz looking for some people, but he's not going to overextend.
Ryder is just seemingly running away with this.
Yeah, and the ultimate difference here is massive. Like, they might have Beat and Sojourn out here for Iona, but this might be the last fight, and it looks like Ryder's gonna have 4 ultimates for this fight, especially with the Queen ult could be a game changer if they force out the Kiriko utility ahead of time.
Overclock online, ready to go for Laser's key. Maintaining this distance, maintaining his high ground, just trying to make sure nobody can get in here. Right now, like I said, Ryder respecting the space. They can give up this point because if they get the kills that they need, the point is basically free for them. Right now, Ryder is Cork is hunting. DPS do not exist. This support that is Bean is going to be looking to get taken out. But Ryder now, they don't overcommit into areas that they don't see quite yet. Now they're just going to free cap the point back. Cork is now on the hunt, gonna be denying any healing. Doesn't matter, Big African, you might put up your arms, but if your support can't heal you, you're just gonna burn and die, and there is no overtime. As Ryder University command the second point that is the sub base of Antarctic, and they take the entire They take the entire map. No contest.
Absolute cinema.
And the Lasers play the game after really not having much impact for the first half of map 1.
That sounds toxic.
That's crazy.
That's great.
Lasers was hitting. Okay, no.
No, I don't blame.
It's
No,
not meant to be
I saw that. No.
You're gonna get hunted down by lasers after this.
Lasers, I'm sorry, but you were getting kind of hard focused map 1. You got spawn killed at one point. It was highly unfortunate. But that is excellent from Ryder.
Oh, I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't notice it. But did Bean get Ajaxed during one of those fights? I did not notice.
What is an Ajax?
Lucio Beat gets shut down before it happens. It was synonymous with a player named Ajax who kept getting duffed out of his beat. I think it was mostly a Sombra like hacking him right as he did it, but that apparently that happened. Big rip on the side of Iona for that. That beat could have turned any fight. But at the same time, Ryder University giving up, like, I'm pretty sure they came at this a little, like, forehead. Big African came out, guns blazing, hardcore, very fast, got the first picks, allowed Iona to go up to, were they at 99, the first point?
Yes.
Yeah, it went 99.
Yeah, they basically went 99. They went to 99, and then Ryder was able to properly play their ult economy and take that point. Last fight syndrome is way too common, but Ryder play it properly and don't have it themselves because even though they were like on the back end of that, Cork having no HP, they did just Iona did just lose Hazard in that last fight, but they failed to touch because they tried to make sure Cork wasn't there. And it costed them that first point, and now they've also lost the entire map as a whole. It's crazy. I still like what I see from Iona. There's a level of like communication. I think they need to have either Big African pull back a little bit and play more with the team, or the team needs to play up more with Big African in order for them to succeed. But right now it feels like there is that disconnect and it's allowing Ryder to like just run away with it. They're just exploiting that gap and Cork is either playing in that gap, going for the back line, and he has such good trust in his team to not get killed by a Big African right now. Or yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
I have been noticing Corks isn't as aggressive as he was. I think he's pulling it back a little bit, playing more of the reactive game rather than going full in as he normally does. And
Yeah.
that is something I'm surprised to see, especially coming from him.
I know. That's what I was like referring to when I said he like respects the other team. He gives up space. He's not like defining the space, but the problem is when he used to define the space, he used to add a death to his to his stats all the time, and then his team just gets run over. But the fact that
Yeah,
he's there protects his team essentially. That presence, like it deters the enemy team, and he's good about it.
I also think it's worth noting Big African kind of known around the MAC for his Doomfist, excellent Doomfist play. Hazard, I've been checking his head the whole time. He looks a little uncomfortable. I think, at least in my experience playing Hazard into Riders comp, they've gotten very good at just denying you with boops and Kiriko TPs and knives from Corked. Very good at denying you space as Hazard. And with Big African, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Doomfist or some kind of tank switch up in this next map because his Hazard does not seem to be working at all.
I would expect an Orisa play here. I have seen Big African play Orisa every now and then. So I would expect to see an Orisa here. And that's something that I also do want to point out. Iona does have the flexibility to change up their comp and play other characters and make swaps, where as Ryder really just kind of is good at one thing and they do it really well. Don't get me wrong, they're excellent at it. And I'm interested to see how Iona can change up their game plan to counter what Ryder's bringing to the table here.
Ryder is very well known for that Rush Queen comp, so playing the counters should be the play. Big African being very like flexible. Not only the Orisa, I know him for. I've seen him on Reinhardt. I've seen him on Hog. He could play a lot of characters. So it's not out of the crazy to see him play something different, but running that Hazard down was just uncomfortable. But this point,
There it is.
There's the Doomfist, but this point of Eichenwald is actually pretty good for Doomfist. He jumps over walls, just suddenly he's in your backline, and then suddenly your team is either punched into the enemy team, or they just get blasted.
Yeah, this should be. I mean, I think it's always a pleasure getting to see that Big African Doomfist, the One Punch Man skin. It's his staple, but we'll have to see because I mean between all the movement, slide, dash, pretty much every character on Ryder's comp has a way to deny movement in some way or deny kills from this Big African. So it'll be interesting. Orisa would have been expected to see here, but see if the Doomfist has a big enough impact to turn the tides for Iona here.
Taking a look at this Doomfist
That
already
is an
on
amazing
the
rollout.
point.
I love that. I love that.
Okay.
Already
And
on the
out of their
point.
back line. Okay.
Event, take notes. Take notes.
Dude, I can do a Hazard. What do you want from me?
So I'm not sure if the play of that was to try to pull Ryder back, which it did successfully do, but Majin is gonna get caught out, and then suddenly Big African was caught out. And the three remaining members of Iona have to run so fast. They do make it back to their spawn safely, but Ryder just get that kill. Laser's getting dangerously low right now. Don't know what's trying to take her out. Kiriko, Kiriko being very reserved with that TP, but she knew she was very much stuck, so she does have to burn it. Right now, the Big African does jump into the backline, but that means Cork's go time to go into the backline. Mott Grizzly and both Genji's getting both Sojourns. There is no Sojourn here. It is now 1v1, but the Kowalski gonna get taken out. Big African with that punch, but Cork returning the favor. Don't know which trades are better, and Ryder is now taking it up. They're on the lead with it, and now this fight went in their favor. It was
the Curie stagger.
it was so equal at first until Cork got the better of Big African.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's also, I mean, Iona's ults, they're gonna have the Curie ult, but I mean, Ryder's ults are looking slightly more online than Iona's here, so this next fight could be could come down to a Curie rush versus a Queen, whatever Queen ult is called.
Ultimate is going to come down from Crosshair immediately as soon as it basically comes online. Is it going to be utilized very well? Not really. Ryder disengages to the side where it does not matter, but it is not going in their favor right now. Lasers does find themselves going back to spawn immediately with a headshot to their dome. Kowalski keeping up the Cork alive, but it doesn't matter. Cork uses his ultimate to try to stop this, but they let the point go a little too far, and now Iona are going to be taking this second point. Or, you know, the start of second point. As Cork just tries to buy some time for his team to regroup, he does die on the point. Trying to get some ult charge. 17% is not a lot, but it's the start of greatness. Lasers finding herself in a bit of a scary situation. One Punch Man has appeared, but he takes one punch and she's still alive, so maybe he's not as cool anymore.
It is nice to see there that the old dive your backline super aggressive Cork is still well and alive. Just taking a hiatus against this new fist until trying to be the hero play with that ultimate there.
Majin getting one kill, but then, as the best way I can word it, I mean this with no flame, but it looked like it, Majin. He had a bit of the silver shakes going on every time he was looking for a target with that blade. It looked kind of funny.
That's what my blade is like. It's really good.
Big African doing a good job at just always going into the backline and disrupting. Majin either on the lead or slow to follow up on that dive. They are trying to do this very coordinated, but it is finding success a little bit right now. But Majin's in a bit of a dangerous position just as Laser is taking off to the sky. Looking for, don't know if he's going to find kills, but he is trying to find damage. Eventually Grizzly is going to be the one that falls. Iona getting their footing with these dives, well coordinated.
We'll have to do this next fight if Ryder's going to be using one of these ultimates. They had 4 that last fight, didn't use a single one.
Of course, he's going to be brought dangerously low, having to shout to try to keep himself alive, but he's going to be jumping in with no support immediately. 200 HP in a dream. We're going to break it down. Immediately picks up Big African, and that means they're going to go take control of this point. And Iona understands without Big African, they're better off just going back to spawn and waiting for their team.
Ult economy on both sides. It looks like Ryder coming up on with the Queen ult as well as having 3 ults still.
Tune is going to be coming out. Ain't going to be guiding anybody just yet. But Ryder is actually going to be taking out somebody being perfectly guided by it. This ult is actually in a really good placement controlling these stairs, but I said this last week, or I said this 2 days ago. But people who have been using Kitsune, it has not been going that team's favor. If you Kitsune in a Ryder game for some reason, typically it goes wrong, even for Ryder. It's not like the no you Uno card of Ryder. They also suffer from that most of the time. But I don't understand it. Something's wrong with Kitsune right now. Not that it's actually bugged. It's just what I've noticed. Oh my god, Korg seeing 3. I was feeling an ultimate, but he's not going to use it. Nope, never mind. There it goes.
There it is.
He's going to take off to the moon, but Madara is going to have to pop this ulti to try to keep his team alive right now. But this point is actually going to get pre-pushed a little bit. Korg does return to the point after taking off and going onto the wrong side of town. The blade is going to come out from Grizz. He is going to be brought dangerously low. Oh my god, I switched to Grizz right as he dashed and flung his body across the map. Joaski really trying to disrupt the flow of Ryder by putting pressure, by pushing this point, but it's not going to be enough. Oop. Crosshair. Understanding that it's time for him to leave, so he jumps off the map. 30 seconds remaining. Ult economy is in favor of Iona, but Ryder has 2 decent ults right now. Kowalski do not fall into the anti-Kyurko ulti situation that I said. Sokka's gonna come out, but so is Blade. Majin's trying to do as much as he can. Will he fall just like his fellow Genji Grizz, as he just does? Grizz is dangerously low, and he really needs to find some HP. Instead, he's not gonna find anything but a Doomfist taken to the sky. Cork is the only one left on point right now, trying to do as much damage as he can. He is gonna be trying his best. 3, 2, 1, and he will not die just yet. But the point is going to get pushed. But Laser's coming in at the last second to try to save this point. Can she maintain her life in order for the rest of her team to come back? The answer is no, as we are now going to be sieging the castle.
They're doing an excellent job holding. But can they keep Iona back for the rest of the map?
They did force out every single one of Iona's ults there, while
And
holding on to...
Cork and Ryan do both have coming up on bolts.
And arguably the two most impactful on their team, with the Lucio beat and the Queen ult being two of the best in the game.
Grizz is
I'm
trying
them
to
together.
fight this Tracer right now. Oop! And he finds himself going back to spawn.
It is not an early pick you want to see if you're Ryder.
But Cork is going to avenge his teammate, find the pickup on the support, which actually might be more impactful at the end of the day. Ooh, Bean or Madara actually just avoids that Rampage and does not get anti for it. Right now, 30 seconds remain on the board for Iona. And this fight, this is going to be once again the last fight. Will last fight syndrome happen just like it did on the last point?
However, it does seem like Ryder still does have the Lucio ult.
That might be big for stopping.
But Big African is getting his ult pretty fast.
Lasky does fall. I will say a good pulse bomb onto that. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Big African just sitting in that field is going to cause him to take so much damage. That bomb is going to go down, but it's going to be finding Grizz and not the beating Lucio. Let's break it down. We are going to round 2 with Ryder just needing to cap basically round this entire point. I need to use the bathroom real quick, so you two keep yapping.
Wow.
Keep yapping. Alright, let's go.
Event my goat. Event my goat, please. Give me an analysis of what you just saw.
I think what we just saw is excellent play from Ryder. I think one thing that I know Cork said he's been working on a lot, and that I think we're seeing a little bit of action if we read into things, is Ryder's communication being excellent. There were a few targets there where in that second to last fight, Cork clicks Q, antis the Sojourn. Sojourn hides in a corner. Cork ignores her because he's telling Ryan coming from the back ropes that he can just dive her and get that free kill. I think Ryder's communication is something that is rarely seen and something this good in the MAAC, but we'll see if it's enough to win this game because I got pretty far there.
Big African back on the hazard. Very interesting.
Very interesting indeed. She did not look incredibly comfortable that first map, but on defense, that rock can do big things. If you rock off that queen and she can't get in front of it, no heals for her.
Yeah, but is it worth it for Big African to go back to the hazard, or was it better for him just to stay as the Doomfist?
I'm also seeing potentially an issue. Madara AFK and spawn.
Uh-oh.
Never mind. Madara no longer AFK and spawn. That might be enough for Ryder. Honestly, Brig not here for the first 15 seconds of this fight.
They don't know that though.
They do not know that. That's true.
Joaski can be brought extremely low without that heals.
Yeah, they were capitalized.
Right now, ooh, Cork with the blade into the hazard, waiting for him to make that jump so he could pull him right back. That was some good restraint. Typically, Cork used to be the type of player. I hit my knife, I pulled him. Right now, Madara is now going to be the bad one on that side of that knife. He is going to get picked off immediately.
And Ryder's going in for more kills, staggering both orders.
This is going to be a clean take. I think no contest is going to come in. Ryder has 5 minutes and 43 seconds on the board for this push.
That was... we don't know if that was just Rig not being there, or...
That was not. That was just surgical by Ryder coming in there, just cleaning it up.
Joaski being brought really low, sitting on no HP. Madara, can I get some healing? He's saying maybe. But eventually it comes through, but I felt the pain as a DPS player.
That would have been a big pick to get him that early, honestly. Would have been...
Big The African being brought to half HP. That knife is going to stop any escape, but he's not going to be brought low. The arms are going to go up, and Grizzly is actually going to be the one to fall in this situation. Right now, I hear big fights, but not a lot of dying.
Iona is kind of in a tight spot. Being forced in that room against the Queen is not where you want to be with that big carnage swing coming through. Hey, did he manage to get out of there?
Right now, watching it. My brain says event every time I see Hazard. You are just Hazard himself.
I mean, if you look at the stream, I'm half the screen is Hazard.
That's only when we're on stream. Right now, the game's on. You ain't there. It's true. Right now, Cork trying to get this back line. Grizz actually does the quick follow-up, helps secure the kill onto the Kiriko. Right now,
Madara with
the desperation ultimate to try to keep himself alive, but I don't think it was necessarily good in that situation. It was very bad with a Junker Queen beating you down. Like, you have a shield, but she has an axe.
They do manage to force out. They trade the ult on Brig for the ult on Queen. And Queen's ult is one of the most impactful a Ryder has in their arsenal.
Downpour is going to be coming out.
We'll have to see.
Downpour does lock up one. Ryguy DM is going to be going down real quick. And right now, Ryder is probably going to be on the retreat, going to look to retake. Making the call. Everybody should either be out or dead. Right now, Laser's in a bad situation. She either needs to die or get... Yeah, she chooses death. But a bit late on that one, but they still have 3 minutes on the board.
Ryder just able to just take their sweet time here, gripping up all their ults, and honestly, I'm just sitting here just enjoying the show that Ryder's bringing here.
My mini quick prediction, they're going to go through this castle and try to do things, but Big African was very aware that that was their plan. He blocks it off for a second. Cork really pushing out there, trying to get picks onto the Kiriko, who then has to TP away, but as soon as she does, he returns back into the castle and picks off a different... Actually, no, he picks off Crosshair still. That TP, he's following you down and taking you out, and that just opens up the fight for Ryder University to open up the castle doors with 4 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock.
Ryder's communication and their game plans are just surgical. They're working, I gotta imagine, as perfectly as they hope. These executes are just impressive to watch.
Ryder just able to just get in there and start going. Cork,
trying to get in there and
the
put a lot of pressure on
with
the
this Genji.
Genji just putting on pressure.
Out there going low.
The Lasers is going to be the one that falls. Now Madara with the shield. Somehow that shield bashes the Genji who's on the high ground. So I think this is going to be another Ryder reset. Understand that the fight is lost. Do not burn anything. Madara with a good shield this time around. Actually saving that. Because like I said, I'm surprised his bash caught the Genji on the high ground and just allows him to get killed. Run over. But Ryder still has 3 minutes on the board to just finish this point. Downpour is going to be coming out and shutting down like 3 members of Ryder. Ryan is going to be the one that gets picked off. I think Ryder is just going to once again play that safely, back out as best as they can. But could this spell disaster as the Kiriko is going to be potentially staggered? Not just the Kiriko, but Cork himself. And right now, Iona playing aggressive to try to make sure they can't find their footing. But Ryder, they just need to play and spawn. And then they can go at this again. Not the croissant spam from Lasers.
Yeah, this is... Iona's been pretty locked in here on the last point. But there is an ult differential here. And there's the first one we see for this fight is matched by Iona.
No kills just yet. But Overclock actually, Shawowski is going to be the one.
As you say it.
Kowalski finding 2. Looking for more. Cork is going to be finding the 3rd. And right now, Hazard's looking to be the 5th and final one as Madara falls just before. And right now, contest really needs to come in, but all that's left are the squishies. 2 meters left. And right now, 0.2. Supports are down. or Kowalski, actually not Kowalski, Crosshair goes down, Majin goes down, Swaski goes down. Juno is going to be coming out to try to do something, but can she really be the tide turner? It doesn't matter. This Hazard is going to be the one left on the point with his arms up, trying to stop it from going in, but it doesn't matter. Rider University is going to be seeing Reinhardt's master one last time and bring home his hammer as they take Eichenwald.
Ryder just in the kitchen cooking right now, making a 5-course meal for Iona right now, serving them up. Can they finish it off with dessert? Let's find out. Ryder is really showing them up right now, and I'm scared. Are you scared of it? I'm kind of scared for next week.
I'm a rider. No, we got this. What do you mean? We win. We win.
I have a lot to say about Iona's gameplay right now, but they have some disconnect. Ryder's just in the flow state right now. They're all in the same zen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even think Iona's playing poorly. I think Ryder is just like Ryder is playing almost perfectly. Other than that one choppy five of them dying in their own spawn. Besides that, Ryder's just looking very organized, very on top of things, and they don't seem to be stopping or slowing down at all after those first two maps.
Just getting
Hello.
faster. I did see Iona did find a groove for a little bit on that third point. It was looking a little bit dangerous, but 3 minutes on the board for Ryder just poses them like, hey, just slow down. We can lose 30 seconds and then we can go at this again. And they do just that.
Yeah, they have the time to kill. They could have just waited for their fifth ult if they wanted. Gone in with 5 ults. They only needed 4 though.
But Kowalski finding the domes of 2 players.
Yeah, I do think Kowalski might have been the MVP for that last fight. Catching the Tracer out in the back line, plus the Sojourn. I believe it was the Sojourn of Shuaxki.
Shuaxki. I want to take note, and they won't see this on the stream, but unless they pick up on it from the moments like we were at this lobby point. Nobody on the side of Iona is playing comp. Where are their drives? Only Majin.
Point.
I do see that. Hold on.
Whoa, team, what are you guys doing? You ain't even playing this game? Look at
Playing Marvel Rivals.
Too much Marvel Rivals.
Not gonna lie, I would be doing the same.
It does also work. Like I know Cork's been trying to get his team to play ranked together a lot to help with their coordination and just their general plans. So it might have been. I mean, it might have paid off looking at this gameplay right now.
New queens. Oh,
Very good queen map for Cork. He's gonna be happy about this choice.
I'm wondering what Big African is gonna go here to try and stop Cork. I mean, the hazard clearly is not. It's working decent, but it's not working as best as they want it to go. I'm curious to see if he's gonna go back to the Doom, maybe Orisa. I don't know.
Let's see the funny Malga. He's gonna pull it out for some reason. It's not super good
Let's see
against
the
Queen.
Malgamir.
The Malgamir.
Oh, hey, Cork's been trying to learn some new heroes. He claims. I've yet to see it, but no, I think we're always gonna see the Queen here. I mean, this is one of the best Queen maps in the game. It's called Queen Street for heck's sake. But I would expect to see a Doomfist. I think they want to go to their bread and butter for Iona here. I think they're gonna go their comfort picks to try and bring this back. But it's gonna be an uphill battle for them.
Uphill battle indeed. New Queen Street being one of the more popular maps that teams like to choose. I felt like at the beginning of the year, Ryder was an Esperanza team, but that map was banned out this time around. But Ryder has been leading to the New Queen Street. Court did tell me that's his map. I was like, when? Where? Don't remember ever seeing it. Ooh, but we are going to get the first sub of the game. 4 people on the side of Iona are in the sub spot, but who did we just see? Savage in for Mr. Shuaski. Now we don't gotta question how to say his name since he won't be in the game. I mean that with no disrespect.
I think it's the second sub actually. I believe Bean was playing support game 1 on the Antarctic Peninsula, and then Crosshair switched in for Eichenwald.
Indeed, I didn't notice that. Bean was that Lucio player. Bean was the Lucio player, but then I saw Madara on Lucio, and I was like, what's going on? Now it all makes sense. Where's my fire shooter? Look at fire shooter in the spectator slot. He plays comp. Put him in.
Put in your only comp. Put playing Overwatch the last few weeks. Put him in.
Marvel Rivals seems to be like what Iona's just. They're losing to. They're not losing to Ryder. They're losing to Marvel Rivals. It's just too good.
The R's have been tossed out there, but we are not getting in the game. What is happening? Court, you're the lobby leader.
There we go.
There we go. All right, new Queen Street.
He has to take his 5 minutes to talk to his team about the same strategy.
The classic, the Ryder 5-minute.
The Ryder 5-minute scrim like pregame.
I think that's
Ryder
that's
loves
just
ice the clip.
that's just a normal scrim thing. Ryder just started doing that.
We never do that.
You don't want to
have game
know.
plans here at Niagara.
Yeah, you don't want to know what our pregame talk is.
You guys want to get wings later? That's your pregame.
It's usually the wings. Yeah, it's usually
Hey,
it's usually debating what the food is for post scrimmer match.
speaking of wings, we gotta get some after this game.
True. If Ryder could win this, because we have wing night until 10:30. If Ryder could just win this right here, so we could go get some wings, that'd be really nice of them.
Oh man, does that mean I have to keep the outro short and sweet?
No.
No, I don't really care. Had a big dinner.
Well,
Seeing Big African on the hazard again.
well,
I doubt that stays.
it's a good thing for
Hey.
you guys though. Not ignoring the hazard for a hot second. This map will end at 10:55 the latest. So you got
10:55.
Yeah, because there's a 10. This is a 10-minute or 9:55. 9:55 because it's a 10-minute map no matter what, unless somebody pushes to the end.
Indeed. I am worried here. The hazard has not been working, but Iona seems intent on giving it a third and final try, potentially, if this goes poorly.
Hopefully not a final try and Iona's fine. Oh!
It's a good hazard map.
No!
Oh my goodness gracious, Court, no.
Cork, it's called New Queen Street, not Queen off the map. What the?
That big first pick, just
Madara.
solidifying the fight right there. Madara.
With the,
Wow.
where's life
If
in my cast? Because last week or 2 days ago they were saying every prediction somebody off the map. Life, I know you're in the chat. You'll see that in like 10 seconds or something.
Life is in the chat.
Life is a chat.
Shout out to my goat.
Shout out to Sienna. Fun people.
Some people corked off the map. Not in the prediction. Not in the bingo cards apparently.
I would start making bingo cards for these games. It'd be so much fun.
Ryder just playing it quite slow, not really forcing anything just yet. They're giving up a lot of percent or meters on the bot. Grizzly finding the better of Savage, but Majin finding the better of Kowalski.
Oh, but the Kiriko running very low for Iona here.
Ooh, Cork is not hitting his shots when it matters most. Somebody was really one. Oh, but that knife
Big
pulls
African.
Big African out as he puts down the wall to keep himself safe. And I'm pretty sure that was a server desync issue where the fact that he got pulled up and then on top of the point. That looks so goofy from my perspective.
That is not what you like to see. If you're Iona, of course.
Majin is typically that dive character going in with Big African, but right now Savage is going to be taking up that position with the Tracer, and Majin is going to be heading to the hit scan position. A lot of changes for Iona. But, ooh, Big African just diving in and getting the quick kill on Skowalski.
Ryder's backing out here real fast.
An easy retake by Iona there. Wow. A massive early pick onto Kowalski.
Big African has not been finding success on this hazard, but when he does it very quick and decisively, getting those first 2 kills in the first map, but that was about it, and now getting this kill to open up this fight. And now they're pushing this payload even more. It's not even really a
And
payload.
they aren't going to be contesting before the early spawn, so that's very interesting.
But now that the bot is stopped, Ryder is now on the run, ready to go as fast as they possibly can. Big African in the back line of his team. Cork is stuck trying to figure out where to go. But he is going to be finding the kills that he needs. Ooh, that boop kind of actually was dangerous. I'm not going to lie. Madara kind of... I'm pretty sure they would have died ultimately at the end of the day. But that boop kept Court right next to the fight. That fight ended faster. That was a little mistake, not planned, but you know, Madara tried his best, but it was a little oopsie boop.
Little oopsie boopsie. Court also forced to use his queen ult there, which you do not love to see if your rider can win a fight just to close it out.
Quick tradition, Corked off the map again. Very
By a
dangerous.
hazard proof this time.
Right now, Overclock is going to be coming out for the side of Majin, trying to find as much damage as he can, but Savage is going to be going in and almost losing his life for it. That wall almost protects Cork, and it doesn't matter because he can bring it down immediately. Right now, New Queen Street.
Another boop.
Another boop. New Queen Street is not going to be the map for Ryder. Instead, it feels like it's the map for Iona. They chose this map with intention, and it is working for them.
They did, but they did manage to force out 2 ults from Iona there. The Tracer and the Lucio both to kill that queen, which is not bad. Ryder has a very big ult advantage this fight going into it, so I think they're feeling... Oh, Porked in the back line already.
Finding one. I was watching Grizz for a bit. But finding two. Maybe a third.
there's the
One,
code we're used
two,
to.
three. Three knives. All knife kills,
Might be a
apparently.
fourth. Go here a fourth.
Make it 4 knife kills.
4.
Give him the
4
5.
knife kills.
4 big knife kills.
Knife, knife,
Knife
knife,
kill.
knife.
Knife kill.
That's the Corked I know.
Oop, the knife does
That's
connect.
Cork Ryder loves to see sometimes.
Ryder is still
Cork just-
down by about 67 meters. It is still quite a long ways to return, but it was a good fight for them. The ult economy.
I don't believe they used a single ult that fight either to win that. That was purely dry fight.
That was just Cork letting the wolf out.
That was just close.
It was just Cork.
But the Kitsune Gaiju Crosshair with the ultimate isn't going to succeed this time. Typically has failed because the Grizz Blade is going to be coming out. Finding one, finding two. No, Lasers is going to be picking up the second one on Majin. And right now, Hazard going to be going down. This Kiriko TP is going to be 2 more knife kills. Kiriko TP is just going to delay her death long enough. But team kill is going to come through as Ryder looking to get their forward spawn.
Will they be able to get to it before they're going to see a Lucio or a Hazard Dev on a point to contest this? It looks like no. They are taking a lot of space forward here to try and lock this down for an forward spawn, but we'll see if they manage to touch it in time. Oh yeah.
Hazard ult is going to be locking down Cork, and he does get blasted. 300 HP on the board no longer. And he is going to be set back to spawn along with his fellow DPS Grizz right now. Iona, once again, in control. But Ryder will definitely... Ooh, Madara finding the shots. That finishes
That
off
is not
Laser.
good for Ryder. That's a big stagger.
Right now, Iona is trying to run this down. They're trying to get advantage. Why is it whenever an ultimate comes out from the side of Iona, Grizzly is the one to shut it down?
That is not... If Ryder can press this, they can take this back without using many ults, if any.
Immediately, Cork is going to be into the back line looking for the supports. Kowalski, he is getting bullied by this Hazard, but it is no problem to him. But the problem is now yours when you do kind of die. Right now, Laser gets one, but that's all they're going to get. Robot is going to push closer and closer. Coming up to the top of this hill is the danger zone.
And just furthering the gap between Iona and Ryder here. There's a lot of fights Ryder's have to take to catch up to this.
3 minutes or 2 minutes and 50 seconds. It's not a lot of time actually in this game mode. Ooh, Hazard with the ultimates. Just pick up the 1 and just shut down anything as best they can. But the beat from Madara is going to be keeping his team alive. Cork understands he really can't do much into that, so he's just going to back up and play this card. Taxi. But he's going to get a taxi right back to spawn with the help of Hazard. Big African. Finding 1, finding 2. Majin finding the 3rd. Right now, Kowalski is the last one on point. And New Queen Street is actually going to go over to the side of Iona, and we are going to go to a map 4. No wings for you, my fellas.
Not yet. We got time.
I can just Uber eat something. Event, what do you want?
I don't know. We can figure it out later. I might DoorDash something. See if Dairy Queen's still open at past 11.
These are your casters, by the way.
We're getting Dairy Queen.
Very focused on the gameplay.
Anyway, back to that. Iona getting their footing together. It seems like they're getting it together. They're seeing what they need to do.
I would like to formally apologize to Big African. The Hazard ended up working there.
He seemed
Push
a
is
lot
a good
more
game type.
aggressive and smart with like his ins and outs this time around. There was only like one situation where he got caught out, but this time it was different. Man locked in.
No, he's like night and day.
Yeah, I mean, bro just speed ran a Hazard how-to guide and while we were waiting.
Wait, Servasa's being picked immediately. There's no map ban.
Maybe he was on League OS.
Yeah, League of Us is everything. Second bathroom.
Quick
Oh, we have time to
bathroom
talk.
break.
Hey, we have time to talk now.
Quick bathroom break for the crosshair support from Iona. Big African can keep restudying that hazard guide,
Yes.
getting those rollouts down.
Savage is Savage really the swap that they needed to succeed, or did Big African turn on for that map? Madara also doing very well with some of the boops, some of the damage he's getting off, and the beats to keep his team alive. He was a little more restrained with his beats this time around, and it worked.
I don't know. I think that is also Hazard's ult is very hard to stop on New Queen Street because there isn't much to hide behind. So I think a lot of the problem with Hazard has been just the ults aren't doing much. But he had a few big ones there, killed Corked almost instantly with that last one before Ryder could even never touch the robot again. So we'll see with Servasa if they're able to keep this, if Hazard keep going, if they're gonna go for like a Doomfist approach, Orisa. No, I'm not gonna play Orisa. That's boring. I'm gonna play Doomfist or Hazard, I think, at this point. But I don't know. We'll have to see.
Orisa is boring, says the guy who played Orisa last night and said he had fun. What? Who said that? That's crazy. Ranger, why'd you say that?
I love Orisa.
What? I never play Orisa. I would never do that in a scrim against Rider University. What are you talking about?
I would throw those spears into Cork.
I did all the time. That was my main target.
Admitted it. Bro admitted on stream.
It was
Someone
just
clip that. Someone clip that right now.
just Corked and Rye Guy getting all the spears that I could muster.
So
No, I think
not a lot of analytical for the side of Ryder that they really need to do anything. I feel like Iona just ran him over. Ryder needs to maintain their composure and do what they did on map 1 and 2 in order to close it out on Servasa. But this map game mode is a little strange. It is more akin to like the first control points, but without map swaps. Randomness of the 3 points, the first 2 points after the first one is what's gonna play heavy because the terrain is different. Some teams lean better into it, like Queen. I don't know which one Queen would work better in. I guess the tight corridors of like the right side, whereas this left. If you look at the map, like closer to us where the image is, I think that leans better for Iona's comp. The big open areas.
agreed. That might come down to another one of those big. We've seen a lot of Sojourn trades today, and Kiriko, especially Kowalski getting some big picks. So that might come down to which Kiri Sojourn combo can do more poke to get those early picks in the fights. But we'll see. I mean, Queen is not bad on Servasa. The shout giving you a nice speed boost to get to the point quicker is nice. But both teams have a Lucio, at least so far. So, and here we go.
Ours are going to be tossed out, and we are going to be going to Servasa. I know we already said it multiple times, but now I can see the map.
I forgot.
I forgot.
I forgot.
Wait, what is this map again?
New Queen Street.
Coliseo.
Ah, I forgot. Wait, isn't that a push map?
Shh. This is push.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Trust.
Iona is
trust,
looking
trust.
to push Ryder to the limit and take it to map 5.
I
I
am
would-
wondering if we go to a map 5 though, with Clash now being out of competitive, are we still playing it in the MAAC here?
Oh. What did they do? What
I
was,
might need to
it-
Google for that
what
one.
was the last?
It goes to Escort.
Yeah.
Goes to Escort, guaranteed. Okay.
Escort is typically always going to be map 5, because second map is either Hybrid or Escort, and everyone always picks Hybrid.
Well, because King's Row is just the best map in the game.
Yeah, even though we played on
have-
Eichenwald.
Surprisingly.
So Escort map's not really great for Queen, but I don't know.
it-
Ryder might make it work,
It's,
but
it's not a
let's
matter
see how
of
they do now.
Queen. It's a matter of Court.
that That is a true statement.
It's true. We'll see if Ryder can bounce back from this loss.
But they-
Catch back up and just take this. If they want to close it out here, if they want to go for map 5.
Ooh, Majin being brought low immediately, but I'm looking to see what Big African can do. He's continuing on this hazard. He found success last map, but he has failed 2 other times.
We'll watch some more hazard gameplay.
Currently 33% on the success. Right now being brought extremely low, just feeding the ultimates for his teammates. Lasers is in a bit of a dire situation. I know Savage is going to be on the hunt. Actually returns to the team. Does not get the kills, and Madara going to be put between a big hazard man and the wall. And then Cork just actually Lasers finds the railgun shot above him. Picks him off.
Big African with the knife still in him, yeah.
And Ryder gonna open this point up. I don't know really what
Laser
went
is
wrong
getting
there.
big picks.
I think Madara just caught himself off in a little weird of a position where he took too much damage from Cork, and Lasers just found that railgun shot.
Yeah, Lasers was very uncontested there. Which I doubt they're going to make that mistake again, but that window, nobody was even looking at it. Lasers again.
That opening pick onto Tracer this time. Not a support, but a DPS. Crosshair getting countered by Kowalski. Now, at one point in
Kowalski!
time, just doing damage as much as they can. Kowalski providing funding to Blizzard by buying the Mega Bundle or something, I believe, because this skin is, if you buy that pack.
Kowalski eating good with 3 new Kiriko skins this season. A real low amount after the 4 new ones last season.
Majin going to be looking to touch at the last second, but he's going to get booped. 2%. He says, nah, that's too late. Actually, not Crosshair. Savage was super close, but he doesn't touch in time.
And Ryder pretty convinced of taking his first point here on Cerveza? Is that where we are? Colosseo.
We were on
Whatever
Coliseum.
map
I
this
thought.
is. Ooh,
Oh.
does pitch out Corked.
Cork is in
But
a
Grizzly
bit
also
of
going very low.
a weird position. One goes down. Cork might ult here. He's thinking about it, but he's just going to go down instead.
Oh, there's the point. Doesn't show me.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
What a silly thing.
This should be an interesting one. Iona wins the initial fight, but there are a lot of ultimates. All 5, in fact, coming online here for Ryder in very short form.
Big African looking to get in
Big
there,
African,
but he's
very
going
low.
to burn. Big African finding himself on the, what is that Sojourn skill called? Because that's twice it's been used and caught him out.
On the sucky ball.
The sucky ball.
That's the official name.
I feel like you cannot say that on Twitch.
On Sojourn's kinetic grasp, but not.
Like an area thing. But either way, I've noticed Big African does not respect that at all.
It does a lot of damage, and it's minorly slowed, but scarily, yeah. Cork is trying to be reserved with his ultimate. He did have a lineup for 4, but you know, he chooses not to use it as Kowalski burns theirs. Try to get in here. Right now, Madara right in this wall. Majin in a bit of a dangerous position.
The disruptor shot from Sojourn.
Disruptor
That's
shot.
what it's called.
Gonna be looking to stagger Majin. Ooh.
I leave to Google one name and Ryder just already at 70%. Oh my goodness.
However, they did burn both support ultimates for this.
Ooh.
That's a biggie. I mean, if they can quickly pick off the supports, which have been the problem in these games so far. Ooh, speaking of which,
very low.
immediately sports almost get caught out, but they're now going to be coming out both beat and what's it called? And got Kiriko ultimate is going to come out, and right now Cork trying to stop this fight, and he is stuck between a rock and a wall. Literally, he
blade.
did not move for a second, but the blade from Grizz is actually going to be finding great success this time, not getting brought
my
down or
goodness.
die. That's the first time I've seen that in quite some time. Great success for Grizz, and they're going to open this up and put match point on the board. And Iona once again on the back end.
Could be wing time here pretty soon.
Nah, we're gonna yap for another 25 minutes. I'm sorry.
I don't care. I got grapes in my room. I got snacks. I got power eating grapes. That's all I need. Dinner of champions. All right.
Iona first to the point once again. The lasers is gonna say this ends now. Immediately avoiding that. Ooh! Hazard tries to ult and try to shut her down, but she slides out and just puts a railgun in her shot into actually Hazard's head. But Cork is the one that picks up the kill. Savage says, off the point I go. Fast back, we call that.
And once again, Ryder's surgical. Not caring whatsoever.
Ryder like a well-oiled machine here.
Hey, yo.
I mean, looking at the ultimate percentages, I mean, Iona's got a lot of catching up to do. They have to win these fights without ults.
Madara does make the swap over to Juno. Wonder how much success that's gonna find right now. Ooh, the Sojourn disruptor shot finds like 3 people and they immediately have to back up. Not just hurting them a bunch. Ooh. Cork, ooh, getting caught out by that wall, and the beat just comes out just a little too late, but it doesn't matter. Lasers is trying to do as much damage as she can. Looking for 1, looking for 2. Gonna find the 3rd. Actually, Ryan is actually gonna find that. Now Juno is running the point, but she is not in a position to succeed in this spot.
But Ryder still has point. They're at 99% here, most likely.
Honestly, Ryder could just stall this point out, take the loss. Well, honestly, let that go. Back out now. Crosshair burns the ultimate. Guy's trying to get out, but instead the fastest way to return to his team is probably through death.
Iona's only ultimate now gone at the moment. Although Ryder is also looking a little short. Risen laser coming up on him, so we're maybe a little bit behind.
Ryder can take their time here.
Ryder has been finding the success without the ultimates as best as they can. However, Big African has been scary, known to get like a quick 1-2 real quick and murder some people. But that's only happened 3 times in his entire time playing this character. Majin ultimate is going to come online and it's
very close to this ult here. I didn't see this fight almost here.
Overclock is going to be coming out, looking to do some much damage, but he's not going to really be finding anybody right now. Ryder just decides as soon as like it pops, they back up, and nothing comes of it. Nothing but some free ult charge for the side of Ryder. Madara does have that ultimate on board, but I don't know if it's going to be effective as the. So much is happening, sorry.
Ryder committing to this fight.
And so is Madara. Madara waits out the bleed from the side of Cork. But that's not going to be enough. It doesn't matter. We are not going to be gending it just yet. Iona is going to be pushing us to a 0.4 at least. But will it be at map 5? That's up to them if they can run it back 2 more times.
Ready. Let's see, next point. Looks like Ryder's going to get here first. Laser staying up in the off angle.
As we did predict, actually, that point on this side did favor Iona. Right now, it's favoring Iona once again. Actually, no, this one's a little bit Cork. But we'll see.
Plus, with that theory, the last point, if this were to go to a 5th point, is going to be on the other side, where Queen close corridors are more in the Queen's favor. Tracer running very long.
I think Hazard's now putting himself in a bit of a bad situation. Being brought down to 29 health in a dream, but that dream is no more, as so is his HP bar. Ryder's going to definitely cap this point, but 3 members of Iona are still nearby, ready to take this fight. As soon as Hazard returns, they will peek and fight. They are just trying to poke out. But Ryan needs to escape.
Lucio healed here. This is a lot of damage on it. The laser is especially falling very low.
But playing their corners correctly, playing it well, they do not fall just yet. Right now, it's just tanks on the point. This beat should come out before Cork dies, but it doesn't matter. He is going to do just that. But can anybody from Ryder actually contest this? They're not going to burn any more ultimates. They're probably going to have to play for retake. But they are playing for stall right now. But Kowalski, body is going to be sent off to the moon real quick. And Ryder is going to play for the retake.
I don't think I'm honest on Ryder. You have, if you can manage to use 1 ult to win this fight, which seems unlikely with Iona's 2, but you're gonna have 3 ults here, and 3 of the best ones. We wish you had beat, obviously, but ult economy very much favor Ryder at this exact moment.
Savage trying to do some damage and just like disrupt the backline, but it's go time for the side of Majin this time around. Gonna find the better time for a reckoning, says Cork, but he gets shut down immediately. He actually gets stopped. But the healing,
Very low.
I was gonna say the healing from his ultimate actually keeps him alive long enough for him to try to get a kill, but it doesn't matter as the rest of Iona is right there. Grizz finds himself touching that spiky wall and dies immediately. Ryder, I'm not sure with how fast these ticks go. Might not have enough time to touch this point, but they're gonna look like they're gonna try to do it. They have about 4 seconds. That wall cuts off anybody. And currently, the Kitsune is going to come in, and it is going to really disrupt as much as they can. The Satellite Vector is going to be locked in and going for Iona. They are going to be trying to touch this point. Majin gets the kill, but I think he's about to fall. Nope, not just yet. The Dragon does become Hugh, and he does die eventually.
Okay.
The point is going to be...
even.
Ooh. So much.
But notably, Iona has a support here.
The ultimate is going to come out. Right now, it is just Corked. And he does need to survive this if he really wants to do anything. But we are going to the final point of this map. This will decide map 5 or a win for Ryder. But it's up to these
Absolute
teams to
cinema.
pick. This is absolute.
This is getting intense over here. If we bring this to a map 5, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be on the edge of my seat.
Cork almost finding a pick real quick with that knife, but Madara just double bounces his way out of there.
This should be very interesting. I mean, this is life and death for Iona. Ryder really wants to win this, but see if they have the motivation compared to Iona. They need to.
The ultimate is going to be coming down from the side of Hazard. Iona is looking to disrupt and win this. The Kiriko cleanse does come out, but that's Cork's go time. He saw it pop, and he knew he can go in with no contest. Doesn't matter. All your HP on the side of Iona gone, and this point is ticking up for the side of Ryder.
Very excellent Queen ult there. I was worried. I didn't see the Kiriko ult or the Kiriko Suzu come out, but I must have missed it because Hazard was sitting there 1 health, anti. This point, a lot of the push-ups are very straight shots. If Cork can get another ult here, it could be huge.
Cork going right into that backline once again.
Oh my god, Cork's just in their backline.
He's not finding the success he was in the first map. As the disengage is insane, but lasers.
Keeping things even, although I think lasers may be going down here. Maybe not. Oh.
I don't think she's gonna die just yet, but this is kind of crazy. Her ability to survive right now.
Lasers getting out there, excellent play there. That's a hard one to get out of. It has an effect of driving you.
A stagger that would have been greatly appreciated for the side of Iona does not come through.
Especially with that lasers almost being at ult, 80%.
This ends now, and Ryder immediately disengages, says we know where that is, and they're gonna try to play behind walls. Majin almost killing himself, and he gets pulled by the knife off the point, but it doesn't matter because Cork is going to finish him off with a gun. It doesn't even matter. Jesus Christ. 2 are down for the side of Iona, and right now Ryder is going to be looking to go in. Lasers is going to be finding the dome of Madara. And right now, Hazard, Big African, the only one left on the point, needs to probably die real quick. I know you're at 99, but he needed to regroup faster with his team.
This is gonna be an awful close one. Right?
Yeah, this is gonna be real close.
6 ults.
Looking at the ults, looking at the ult charges, looking at everything, it's gonna be down to the wire on this one as we make it to the last fight.
Kitsune is going to be the game changer here for the side of Ryder. As soon as that comes out, they're going to be going immediately.
I'm looking for a big Hazard ult here. I think Iona's gonna need it to do big things. They get corked. They gotta find the kill.
The laser finds the kill too. Wait!
They were at 98%. 1%.
Oh, wow.
Ryder, 99 would have gone to overtime. 98.
Wow.
I didn't even notice that the point fully turned.
Ooh.
Oh,
That is highly unfortunate for Ryder there.
I didn't even notice.
Going into. Wow. Going into map 5? I wasn't expecting this tonight.
Alrighty, time for Temple of Anubis.
Let's stop that. We do not talk about Temple of
2
Anubis.
CP, Hanamura or Temple of Anubis. Everybody take your pick.
I prefer
Volskaya air
Hanamura.
breathe.
Why not Volskaya? I think I liked Volskaya the most.
Volskaya is nice, but I like the vibe Hanamura brings, you know? Like,
As a
that second
former
point.
console Junkrat main, I was a Temple of Anubis lover. I adored that map. But as a now reformed Hazard player, Hanamura would be my preferred.
Temple of Anubis was the map that Ryder and Sienna tied on to push us to map 6 one time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we played for 2 hours straight. But that is very unfortunate what just happened. Like, I didn't even notice the point ticked over, and because of the percentage that Iona had, there was no overtime. There was no last ditch effort for Ryder to have because like they really were trying to force it there. They had to, but even they weren't ready for it. So now
Yeah, that was
we're going to map 5.
notably Court. I think got his ultimate last second there, but struck by that Hazard ult, couldn't use it. Was killed before he could click Q.
Big rip indeed on there. Madara has never been in this situation, so he is questioning what map type, which I don't blame him.
Well, we played them. They didn't get to map 5.
Alright, buddy.
Oh, I'm saying.
We are going to be on escort, which, from my knowledge, I'm not a tank player, but from what I've heard from my tank friends,
I have
Queen's not great on escort.
it don't matter, but who thinks? Quick prediction: what map is it going to be? I think Route 66.
Route 66.
Who's picking the map?
That is a good
Ryder,
question.
right? They lost. Excuse me. I have water.
Hopefully not Dorado.
Um,
I
don't
think
know.
Dorado is honestly a very good Hazard map. If I'm Ryder and I'm picking, I don't pick Dorado here ever, I don't think. No more stubs, doesn't look like, from either side.
The bean has returned.
Bean is in queue,
Is he?
but I don't think Bean.
Is he being put in?
Eh, I don't think so. I think at this point you keep who you have.
We need to run back this team. This is the one that's finding success. However, I do think that last bit of success was just like very strange. I'm not sure with like the members left on Ryder if they were going to be able to retake it. But the way it went over to Iona at the last second, I wasn't even ready for that. So big rip on that part. But it was a good fight from Iona to make sure that they actually secure that point. Maybe they should have gotten it to 99. Actually, it's a good thing that Big African technically died when he did. When I was like saying you should have went back to your team like sooner.
Getting it to 98, very hard to do, but in that case, guaranteed them the win.
Guaranteed the lack of an overtime. Like how long is overtime? 7 seconds? Like at the base.
I think the initial like 6. It feels like longer, but I feel like it's probably like 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah, it does not give Ryder those 7 seconds that they could have used, and also that voice prompt. So like, there was no urgency to get on it, I guess. Ooh, smart plays by accident.
It's a very niche. Never really happens, but might still be worth. Like, I'm guessing Ryder just didn't notice.
I didn't even notice. I was too focused. There was so much going on, so much ult. I think that like just the noise and the fact that just no one's really looking at objective. Everyone's trying to kill each other. I think that's just what really sealed it. And then the surprise.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was like so focused on lasers trying to drill some people, and then suddenly they lost. I was like, what?
I saw it, but I was like, with the 5 ults for Ryder versus the 3 ults for Iona, I was like, I think Ryder, if they just corked all down, like just run it down with corked all, they probably could win this. But I should have paid more attention.
Corked ult.
Corked up and ready to ult.
Not queen ult. It's the corked ult now, guys.
Nobody else plays Queen right now. Mostly.
You have lost your uniqueness event because now Big African is showing up.
Big African is showing up, but hey, My profile picture is bigger than his.
His profile picture is currently Doomfist. And
True. My
as
profile
I
picture.
guessed it, not because I actually know anything about these teams, I just did not like Dorado, nor did I remember Rialto. It is Route 66.
Nobody likes Rialto. The Widowmaker 1v1. None of these teams runs Widow. Well, I don't know about Majin. I don't know if Majin runs Widow, but
So what are we expecting from both teams here? I mean,
Junker Queen.
I'm expecting, Ryder to, maybe mix it up a bit. Maybe go like a Hog, Lifeweaver. Thoughts, guys?
Oh,
you'd want to see Lifeweaver gameplay.
if I was on the
I'm
team, you would
expecting-
get a Lifeweaver.
Nothing
Go.
different from Ryder. I think they just go, yeah, they have their one comp and they know how to use it.
Ooh, but
Oh, Fire Mercy.
But
Oh,
the
sticky.
Majin with the Pharah, they really need to try to pressure this out. It was
Big Africa's getting a lot less heals than he was before. And there were a few times where he got very low in their backline and just barely got out. But if those, with that Mercy not being able to double pocket him with Lucio and Kiriko, this could be a big difference.
As a Juno who has to constantly pocket my hazard, it is very possible to do so, buddy.
Yeah, but I feed more.
You're
I'll
saying
admit.
that like it's a good thing.
he feeds you ult charge more.
Yes, that's definitely what I meant. I pay
Juno
attention
gets
to
Juno gets ult charge fast when hitting enemies with torpedoes.
Be interesting. The farmer she's a decent idea, but Kowalski and Lasers have been very on top of things.
Thinking about on top,
The
the
aim
HP
line.
is definitely not though right now as they take 2 shots and immediately have to back up to cover.
This is true.
Polsky
Yeah,
does
there's the first
burn
pick.
that Suzu. I think this is the disruption that Iona kind of needs to try to win this map right now. But yeah, no, Majin is being a terror to society right now. Society's name is Rider University. Ooh. Court,
Live in a rider person.
Court trying to shout to try to keep himself alive, but I think that just delayed the inevitable and fed 200 more ult charge over to whoever on the side of Iona. Big rip on that part. Ooh, Majin picking up lasers.
Majin already with the ult charge. Wow.
Yeah, I could very much see this being a Pharah run game. If Lasers and Kowalski can't manage to shut this thing down, it's gonna be a problem.
I think I kind of just want to see how this R is going to keep going. He's just running it down. 5 minutes on the board and pushing these.
Ryder really has to figure something out here. If not, then they're just gonna keep getting just spammed out and completely rolled by the Fire Mercy here.
Dare I say, changing heroes.
You said something.
Ryder doesn't.
That's scary.
Ryder doesn't do that. Ryder doesn't
Ryder's
do
not a
that.
fan, but it might be necessary.
Majin might put
And a
himself in a bad
reset could
position.
really help against this bar, is all I'm saying. As Kowalski's gonna go down early.
This free push is just going to keep happening with Majin just laying into them. Where was this entire game? They pull it out at the last second, and it's probably going to net them this win. Ryder was never prepared for a Pharah.
Iona just making it interesting, I guess. Taking us to a map 5, keeping us on our toes. They just pulled out the Fire Mercy at the last second.
I think they finally found a hole in Ryder's comp coverage that just can't quite. We do see a switch to the Cassidy.
It
My
is.
goodness.
It is kind of like what is needed in this situation. But is it going to be
The-
enough?
The first hero swap of Ryder on map 5.
How very Ryder of them. I mean, they have the thing to stick to it. I respect it, but at least they understand that when something comes along that beats it, they need to change.
Majin using that ult again. Using the second ult of this game. I'm pretty sure being the only one to ult. Actually, no. Hazard did ult. But already lapped an ult.
Watch ulting twice.
Right now, actually, the first kill on the board for the side of Ryder is immediately going to get rezzed. It really is not going in their favor right now. Between ultimate is going to be coming out. It is going to be bringing somebody extremely low, but is it really going to matter as Ryguy does it himself? The Ajax comes through. Crosshair with the torpedoes is going to be finding the kill in 4 minutes on the board for the side of Iona. Are going to run this 4 minutes and 9 seconds to be exact. Is going to run this in. And Ryder, although I know they definitely can run this whole map, will definitely have less time. And that's going to be a scary fact throughout this entire map.
Seems like the steam engine of Ryder is starting to lose a bit of their fuel here.
They're getting dehydrated, that steam engine. Oh my goodness.
I did tell them to make sure they stay hydrated and drink water, and they said, water? I ain't drinking that shit. I'm like, what?
No, Corked drinks 3 monsters per game.
3 is light work.
He
1
dehydrates.
per map.
Corked dehydrates monster and then snorts the powder.
As a true gamer should. I hate to say it, but I fear the Queen might just not be the pick here.
Are we taken to the skies ourselves? Ryder University. Hovering.
Oh my goodness.
2 switches for lasers in particular. The
I don't
Grizz.
know. I've never seen Grizzly not on Genji.
Yeah, Grizz. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say Grizz questioning what he needs to do. I think he was asking if he needs to support his team in this effort. But now they're opting to go back to the Sojourn. This.
See, I could see a soldier doing big things here, but
I think this is gonna. This might, depending on how these first kills go, this might spell it for Ryder right now. This might be done. Already at 14% on the board, and they've only had 7 seconds out.
I'm sure he's been trying to deny Majin the ability to poke. But I'm not sure how you deal with their comp at the moment.
Right now it's supposed to be lasers shoots Hazard, lasers railguns Majin. I think that is the Sojourn play. But I don't think it's...
Maybe you try and catch out Madara, but that Mercy's a tricky one to get. The game kept falling very low.
Oh, that knife just barely connects. Actually, no, it misses.
But not caught out. Oh, the Farah burned very low as well.
The pressure is on, and Farah does get caught out. They do need to deny the res, but it's not... Ooh, Madara is gonna get it still! And 3 members of Ryder are gonna fall. Ooh, Madara. Ryder is now running a bit scared. They need to force something. They're trying to go fast. Oops, I forgot about that. Oops.
The Ash swap.
But will the Ash be what they need? Oh, and the Bat swap.
Oh my goodness. Ryder potentially making some panic swaps. I could see them. Oh, but the Ash aim looking pretty good.
Wait, what lasers? Why did you peek down? Why did you drop down? I know you got
Maybe
pulled.
I
know she got pulled to the ground because of the Hazard ultimate, but she jumped off from the high ground. Like, if honestly, you need the Farah to come and challenge you, because like you could shoot faster than the rockets could kill you.
Looking real bad for Ryder right here. 4 ults online for Iona here.
Yeah, they need to get rid of this Farah. Dude, but the res can very quickly come through.
That block.
If they have it.
That block does come through to try to stop Ryder from getting in there. But finally, Madara does fall. So the raid boss is down. Ryder knows that this is their go. Hazard gets pulled back, and he's almost going to fall. Ryder is not going to go down just yet, and I think they're going to be able to get this second to start second point. But they, like I said, they have the ability to do the rest of this point. But it is going to be dangerously low on time.
Here's having a fire drill. We'll be back in a moment. For now, Ranger cast by yourself.
Well, what the heck?
Yay!
We'll be back in a minute. Hopefully, their map will still be happening. I believe in Ryder. I believe in lasers to pop off, and let's go.
I could hear it on the back end of his speaking, but yeah. Anyway, going back to this right now. Yes, I did have to hide you, but yeah, right now Ryder is in a bit of a dire situation. The beat does come out to try to keep Cork alive as he is trying to pressure everything that is happening right now. Grizzly not finding the kills he needs. Oh my god. Oh, Bap needs to try to escape, and right now Cork trying to survive. That lamp does come out to keep him there, but the what's it called takes it out immediately. Looking for that Mercy. That Mercy is what's important. If Mercy can go down, that Pharah can fall. And right now, supports are all that's left. And finally, Ryder is able to get the point. Ooh, I think they won. Things are a little quiet as both my two fellow casters are during a fire drill going off. We are not ready for this, but you know, unexpected things do happen. Like Iona taking this first map with 4 minutes left on the board. Ooh, Majin getting brought dangerously low. Lasers with the Ashe pick is kind of proving to be effective in this strategy right now. But right now, Majin is going to be behind the kill onto Ryan, and Stazard is going to be ulting to try to do as much as he possibly can. Ooh, Lasers with the kill. Had to reload a couple times, but the kill finally comes through. Right now, that Mercy does show herself, so they do know she can't res just yet. He is going to be going off the point.
Ranger, could you by chance share your screen in the call?
You're yelling pretty loud. Give me a second. Are you gonna be?
My
Are
apologies.
you gonna be casting from?
We're outside.
Cast new server.
We are casting from the brisk 18-degree air outside of Niagara University's beautiful campus.
Right now,
let's
Ryder's
see. Oh,
actually close to getting second point. They are finding their groove, and Lasers is proving to be super effective.
the aim is on point. I'm a big fan of this Department Mythics myself. Big fan of the Ashe gameplay. And the BAP window to help.
Hello, I'm
Welcome back. Oh my god, this is crazy. Ryder in a dire situation. They still aren't going to have a lot of time in comparison, but they are going to be able to still do this point. It's kind of nutty.
Hey, important parts, but I'm excited.
very interesting game.
Grizz with the blade online. Still sticking to this Genji. But we do. Bob has yet to make his appearance. Say his name, he shall appear. Oh wait, Majin has actually swapped off the Pharah. The Ashe has been the true counter that they needed this entire time, and right now, Madara is going to be popping that ultimate to try to do things, but there is now no Kiriko Suzu as it does deny that. Corsair is going to be the one that falls. And Grizz finding a kill onto Savage. Ryder really needed that, what's it called? That Ashe sooner, and it really has opened up everything. Ryder with the ult economy as well. Lasers still has the Bob. Could just toss it on this back end of the point, and they have nowhere to go. This is looking pretty good for Ryder.
Yeah, totally. Just right up there.
Bob does come out. And is going to be looking to get 3! Lasers with the Bob! Bob, do something! And what it does is get the point with 1 minute left on the clock. Exactly. So no extra time is going to be going over to Iona. But the problem is, Iona has so much more time on the bank. They just need to define how far they need to push. Because they're on defense first, since they're given the most time. Oh no.
This should be a close one. I'm surprised. I mean, Ryder, Lasers, the Ashe, proving its worth, but the time difference might be too much for them to overcome. We'll have to see.
This is going to be interesting. I will say, I do imagine a world where Iona hold up front so close that they give them no time. If they could just burn the first 40 seconds off of the clock and say they all die here, Ryder will barely get the push to like right here before they get recontested. So that is gonna, we're gonna see if that's how they go about it. But they are gonna be returning to the Pharah because of the openness. But they are not gonna be taking that forward spot.
We'll see the Far Mercy. I mean, it's going to depend a lot to lasers. Can lasers hit these shots that he needs to hit? With Kowalski's BAP helping out. Lasers got a lot of weight on her shoulders. See if Ryder, not Ranger, Ryder can pull off this upheaval here.
Ranger University.
Oh no,
He left her
Laser
nose.
taking a lot of shots right now. The second she falls, Iona is going to turn on the Jets. But they are really looking for her specifically. And they find it!
And there it goes.
Right now, the Tracer is going to be looking to go into the backline and find the kills as best as she can, but they're not going to be finding anything just yet. 30 seconds, like I said. Ryder's not going to get very far with this push if they get held here.
And Cork is going for as much progress as he can. Here, probably the best.
Savage
Oh!
has to recall. Does not die immediately, but is now out of that defensive tool. But Lasers,
Finds the
no!
laser. Oh my goodness. And gets out to tell the tale.
Now Ryder in a do or die situation. We can run it back. We have seen crazier plays in the MAAC before. Oop.
Indeed, no ultimates coming online for our team. This is going to be a purely fair fight. We'll see. Can lasers do big things? Lasers getting Afara.
Returning to the, what's it called? The Sojourn to try to do something. I think that was mainly for the speed, but it finds success right here. But Big African is still in the area. He can deny this push a little bit further. Waits for his team. He does not need to rush this because if he goes in and dies, he is going to be considered throwing, I would say, but puts up the wall. Enemies are going to be coming from the bottom. Laser's finding herself in a bad situation, but the lamp does come down. They cannot peek it. Right now, Big
Certainly worth
African.
noting the tracer bomb could be coming out here.
Ooh. Ryder cannot get off
Mercy
this
caught
point.
up.
Oh, but they actually got the point right away. Didn't even notice that.
Cork almost has ult. If he can get this off, it could be huge.
But the problem is he needs to try to stay on point. If he ulted, he probably would have gone off it, but it doesn't matter. The two ultimates from the side of Iona, both Far ult and Hazard ult, is gonna deny any pressure from Ryder. This is a 4-minute hold, fellas, and it is possible, but this is gonna be scary.
It's gonna come down to, can this Far Mercy be denied? At the end of the day, picking on the lasers falling down first was just too much for sometimes. We'll have to see how much they can do.
A lot of pressure on the Ryder here to figure out what they can do.
Doomfist, they're looking for that quick pressure. Whoever Majin says, I'm aiming at this person, Doomfist is going to be going after. This is... If Ryder does not handle this properly, it's over.
I definitely think the Doomfist swap could... I think that's just Big African's comfort. They're going for Far Mercy and who they know they're best as, and they're trying to lock this down.
We're still open, fellas.
In spite of the car crash. Or the train wreck.
That's a train.
And it's wrecked.
You gotta turn it down, bro. Oh, they can hear me on this.
Yeah, you can come over here if you want. Alright, let's see. Really good news.
Majin just putting in some rockets off to the side. A lot of Ryder gets booped off the top with Doomfist Punch. But everybody outside of Cork knows that they have to aim at Clara, and Lasers gets the head. But
And they
now,
get... Hey!
but right now, that actually might spell disaster for Iona. They might have gotten the res, but it's just going to delay the inevitable. Waste a 30-second cooldown that they probably could use coming into this next fight. Like, immediately if a Ryder gets a quick pick.
Ryder can keep that up. They might just get this victory in the bag. But can they?
Last time, no ults came into play until the very last second. This time, there's been plenty of time for ults to be built. I'd be very scared of Far Mercy ulting, because that's a hard lot of damage to take, especially if Cork goes too far in, if far to solo ult them. definite worry here for Ryder.
Almost finding one. They acknowledge that the Mercy is there and they're going to try to pick her off as fast as they can, but right now the Doomfist are on the backline. Grizz gets the kill.
The African won the backline.
Cork gets one.
Oh.
But now the point is getting into a bit of a dangerous position. Right now Kowalski has to burn the immortality field to try to stay alive.
But they can kill this Tracer in the backline. The Forest Dagger's huge.
Ooh! Everything is going. Ryder is in a bit of a bad situation right now. Oh! But Tracer does go down.
But will the Pharah get rezzed here? I think it's past time of possibility.
I don't know if Farah is nearby technically for it. Yeah, she's already rezzed. She just returned. But it doesn't matter. That ult does come through and is going to deny any healing for them. But right now, will Farah fall? Farah does fall. That res can come through, but it only brings back the Juno. That might not be good enough for them.
Pharah. Interesting target.
Right now, Ryder does acknowledge who they need to fight. Right now, the Farah, not the Farah, but the Mercy is the kill that they need to go for. The beat is going to come out and is going to keep Corked alive long enough. But the Juno ult is going to come through. And this might spell disaster for Ryder. And this might just do it. Kowalski's the only one on point with that lamp.
Nobody can go touch, I don't think.
Lasers and Bob. They're going to be doing this together. Bob and Genji.
Juno. The African low on health, half health. Doesn't put up the Juno heals. But will it be enough?
Right now, the payload. Wait, you guys can still touch. You guys can still touch. You guys can touch. Right now.
Only a minute left.
We have to get Ryder has to get on this right now.
Only a minute left for Iona here.
No, but Cork finally falls. And Iona.
Oh,
And Iona.
what a game.
That was crazy.
That was a tough one.
Oh
Great
my god.
showing by both teams, and what a match to just cast right now and to watch.
I'm happy to have this my first casting attempt.
Andrew, what a match.
I appreciate your fire alarm. Who destroyed the microwave?
They don't know, but I hear the fire truck's getting there now. Maybe back in our normal setup next 10 minutes or
You
so.
will be seeing a vent light up when I talk too. So
Yeah, it's just we're both using my phone.
I can't use my phone, but we can definitely make a funny sound and ruin everyone's eardrums if we want to do the back and forth.
All right, I'm gonna probably just do my own like little analysis if you guys want to like just go for the most part. But I'm gonna ask you guys quickly, who are your MVPs for both Ryder and Iona? Let's start with you, Event. Everybody gets MVP each team, so you could choose one player from each.
I say for Ryder, for me, it'd have to be Cork. Cork was on it tonight. He was cooking tonight. He was on it, and honestly, the knife kills crazy. And for Iona, I do have to give it. What I give it to Iona? I might give it to Big African.
A tank lover over here.
I just love my tanks. I love my MAAC tanks.
I think it's Ryder's underrated. I said I think 3 times now. It's got to go to that support line. The Kiriko getting all these big picks. Undervalued the supports, especially on Travasa. Just Kiriko cleaning up fights with lasers. Lasers a close second, purely for that last map. The Ash coming out massively. Iona, I think Majin. You got to give it. The Far Mercy made the difference in that final.
Majin,
And-
that was a great swap item.
But honorable mention, I think the Big African. I underestimated the hazard. I didn't believe.
Resident Hazard player realizes.
I didn't believe.
Another good hazard
Respect to Big African. I didn't believe it at the first map. Like, this isn't working, but they made it work. They pivoted and free comeback.
That was a comeback.
It was very, very good, like adaptation from Iona. I'm gonna give my personally to both Majin and Madara for that pharmacy. That swap was devastating for the side of Ryder. And big shout out to Big African to put up with everything that he did to try to keep it in that fight. He did not find the great success on Hazard, but he still stuck in it and helped bring his team to victory. And for the side of Ryder, I'm gonna say lasers because that swap, she was devastating on the Ash. Like as much as like it didn't find the success to win this map, that the fact that she is very flexible, that she was capable to do that, I just wish it came out sooner. But very strong. But yeah.
Yeah, what a game.
What a
Holy.
game.
What a game. I just good fights, good games all around. Amazing play by Ryder to respect their opponent. Iona being pushed to the edge and then fighting back. Like I don't know how to truly analyze this game other than like if you just watch back the VOD, like it will tell you all of our thoughts for the most part. It was good showing. As much as like I said, this game and next week matters for Ryder, even in these losses, Ryder stocks are definitely going up, especially with this kind of showing. Iona trying to like maintain their space. They're not falling in my mind as far as they would have if they got 3-0'd, but now that they showed that they definitely are truly like the middle of the pack right now in my mind. But Ryder, they still have the rest of this semester to go for them. They have you guys, Niagara, to face, and you guys are a dangerous threat right now.
Thank you.
But yeah,
I won't lie. I have to say, I am worried about Ryder next week. I didn't want to bother you this match. They were scary.
They showed their A game. They came to win, and this is what Overwatch is about. Those nail biter games.
I love to see these. I love to see these games that are a lot more even. Very respectful for both teams. All right, and I guess for the most part, that's gonna do it for us at the cast. You guys have anything else to say before I close us out?
Oh, Ryder, we're coming for you with love.
With love.
Will Ranger be casting Ryder versus Niagara next week?
Most likely.
Let's go.
You guys have moved the day to Tuesday, right?
Move to Monday night.
Oh
no, Monday.
Okay.
Is Maris. We have Maris on Monday,
okay.
And then we move to Tuesday.
Well, figure that out and let me know, and I'll probably cast it either way.
So, I could get some casters for you if you want to do alumni.
I'll probably, but yeah, I guess
All
maybe.
right.
I'll think about it.
Ooh.
All right, and I guess that's gonna do it for us here at the cast. Tune in next week when I cast the Niagara game. Whether or not I get pulled for something else, we'll see. But Overwatch will return most likely with Ryder versus Niagara next week, and yeah, I guess that'll do it for us. See you there. Say goodnight, you two.
Good night.
Good night and goodbye, everybody.
Our dorm hall's on fire.
Oh no! Oh, all right. Goodbye. Bye.
Goodbye.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah,